Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
Ryan now to throw on third down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Adrian Peterson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First down, here's the run with Peterson. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He'll drop to throw. They complete it to Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They're going to look to throw. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll drop to throw. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Tight right. Let's go. Blue, 58.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. On second down, Peterson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Vick, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are in for 6.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple periods of work into the intermediate passing game. And
Matt Forte with green grass ahead. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. And the elder statesman with a big run. He's hit that dreaded 3-0. He still can churn it.
I love the way you treat him with respect. Elder statesman. You didn't just call him an old guy.
An elder statesman.
I love the way he can still play. Talk about running it with savvy now.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Brian Robinson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Let's go, D.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Third and long. It's Ryan. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Green Beckham's got it complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field Opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Get up! 6 guys!
They stay on the ground. Forte again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Got him. We're ready. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Jags are going to have a first down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And incomplete. Matt Forte, a great receiver out of the backfield, was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. 10 yards to go on 3rd.
All day.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Switch.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Michael Vick now leading his offense back out there. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Green Beckham has it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running in.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
So that'll do it from here in Orlando for the second half kickoff. Let's get back upstate to Jacksonville and Brandon Guy.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Tyreek Hill on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they... A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
Good stop. Good stop. Hey, wait. Hey, switch gears.
On second down, Forte trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller, he just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
We got 4. Let's go! Blue 58!
Back to throw here. And this is complete. It's Marshall. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the numbers display, once again, a bad week. And in the individual meetings, you spoke with him specifically about being disgruntled a week ago. How it's trending now, he's going to feel the same next week.
And my favorite part is how he's trying to tell us that he's not disgruntled.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Vick, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Single. I got a single on the slot. Let's go!
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none. Check 31.
Following the penalty, it's Forte. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again they run, again it's Forte. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Ryan Finding time. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken in at the 22. Oh, spinning away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line. The room to run, just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
Well, it was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening. Not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack.
And he gets this inside the 30. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Looking to throw. They complete it to Hill. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
4 down, check. Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Peterson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Boom, 58.
Check, Mike 57.
Boom,
Mike
58.
57.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. Now 4th down.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. Oh, the hurdle.
Oh.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Reggie Ragland. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Here's the Jaguars defense as they get ready to set up shop. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which will be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, could have. Now can they carry that over?
Let's go.
They run again on 1st down. Peterson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And nowadays, to get to the 1st down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Tight end to the right. Move.
Carry number 20 now for Peterson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They run. Peterson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Now Abdullah, the return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Surveying the field. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd and short. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Here's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. They run again with Peterson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ian Williams able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Blue 58. Check. Blue 58. Check 59. Mike is 59.
They'll run for it. Peterson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Baltimore, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the...
Show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this all white fit, looking like a brick and all them zippers on a jacket on ya. He got a thing for Latin. He wanna hear a little Spanish. I told him it ain't practice it. I'm about to fully up the status. Rock up with the click and I ain't looking like the side in this. I'm the opposite cause I'm the main event in Boston and it has a time been ticking. I've been out here playing my position. I'm about to get it now. Ain't no one about to block a hit cause someday something come along. Someone tell me I'm somewhere doing alright. Somewhere somebody there. Someone there's somebody there. One day will be the love of my life, but not tonight though. only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl to keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's this appealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back home and tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the